Welcome everyone to the Best of Markham Podcast, brought to you by me, Igor Klibanov from FitnessSolutionsPlus.ca. Here with me today is Rob Cairns from Stunning Digital Marketing. Rob, thank you so much for being here. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Thanks for having me, Igor. First of all, I should tell you, I've lived in Markham most of my life, except for a couple of stints in Toronto since about 1983. So I kind of grew up in the city. So I've watched the city grow in a big time.
Oh yeah,
I run a digital marketing agency. I've spent most of my career before I ran a digital marketing agency in technology. So I've been in that circle, probably since I've been young and then it goes from there. So that's kind of a little bit about me
interesting.
quickly.
Interesting. And how'd you get into the digital marketing?
Um, I was working in healthcare. I was in healthcare for 21 years for a major hospital, and I was doing websites on the side at the time.
Mhm.
And then the natural evolution is most web designers are not good marketers. And I decided I needed to become a good marketer. So that's how I got into it.
Got it. So you were getting web design clients and they wanted help with their marketing. So it
Yep,
just they were already asking about it. So the light bulb went off. This could be more profitable, and I can also start offering digital marketing.
it's correct.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
I totally get it. My mom is not an entrepreneur. She's an office administrator, but she flirts with the idea of entrepreneurship. Um, and so sometimes the questions people ask you when they're not entrepreneurs are kind of naive. So I heard my mom ask me, with her thick Russian accent, I want to start a website. I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. The website would sell cosmetics, and I wanted to appear on the front page of Google. She thought that was a design job. She didn't understand that was an SEO job. Um,
Yeah.
so, so very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what do you like most about digital marketing and entrepreneurship?
I just like to challenge. Everything changes every day in the marketing space. There's so much going on right now, partially because of AI, artificial intelligence, partially because of people's habits changing, partially because of other things going on. Excuse me. So that makes it a little challenging. And I don't like jobs where I sit around and work with the same thing all day. So this makes my life more challenging, which is good.
Oh yeah, I mean the evolution of digital marketing from, let's say 2000 to now has just
Yeah.
been
Oh,
transformative.
it's astronomical. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like my dad, he worked in IT for like since the early to mid 70s till last year. And
hmm
I mean it was such a different world between the early 70s and now. Um,
No question on that one. When I started in IT, things changed. Oh, every year, every 2 years. When I left, things were changing every week. So the whole technology rat race has compressed its time
yeah,
greatly.
yeah.
I have
It's
to
so
say.
interesting between industries like yours that have very, very high change versus industries like mine, personal training. Yeah, you get a few
Yeah,
trends here and there, but anatomy and physiology is basically the same as it's been for forever. Very,
yeah,
very interesting. Although the way you market could be different in personal training. Um,
that is correct.
Speaking of which, what does a digital marketer do to market his own business? How do you get new clients?
Oh, that's always, it's always that problem. Everybody always says, what does the shoemaker do to fix his shoes,
Yes.
his kid's shoes, right? We've all heard that. The first thing is, like you, I do a podcast, so that helps, number one. Social media can help if
Oh,
in the
hold on,
right
hold on. This
target.
this is a great time for a plug. What's your podcast?
The SDM Show, it's got over 600 episodes. I started it in 2020. So,
SDM Show, Smart Digital
yeah,
Marketing
that's
Show.
correct.
Please continue.
So, no problem. So, there's that. I spend some time on social, but not overly. A lot of online ads myself. So I'll run online ads, which helps. I have a large newsletter, which helps.
Yep.
There's still a lot of money in newsletter marketing. And then conferences and talking to people and referrals and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's always great talking to a marketer who actually has ways of generating business besides I just exist, aka word of mouth,
Yeah,
referrals, etc.
true.
So let's break it down. So you said digital marketing, sorry, you said your own podcast, newsletter, referrals, and there was one more thing. SEO, did you say?
Online ads,
Online ads, yes.
online ads,
And
pay-per-click ads. Yep.
yeah. And so between all four sources, does each one bring in 25% equally, or is it skewed toward?
No, it varies. Like it changes on a regular basis. I mean, the reason you do the podcast is you need to show today's world you're a thought leader and a business leader, and you know that that's really important.
Yeah,
And then and that's kind of and people also got to realize marketing is a marathon, not a sprint. It's
yeah,
not let's throw up a couple ads today and we'll get those $1 million clients tomorrow. It doesn't
yeah,
work that way. I had a client last week um, sign a contract who had been following my newsletter for 3.5 years,
yeah.
believe it or not.
I
So it
believe it.
happened. So it's a marathon.
100%. In my case, email marketing is my best channel ever.
Yep.
And I have four channels. Like one is public speaking, two is email marketing, three
Hmm.
is writing and publishing books, and four, believe it or not, is door-to-door sales. Um, but like you, it doesn't split equally 25% each. Email marketing is by far the heaviest split, and
Yep.
I
Yep.
totally get the long sales cycle because typically I expect somebody to be on my newsletter for a minimum of 1 year before they become a client. And typically
Yeah.
it's as much as 5 years. And I've even had one client get my my newsletter for 12 years before he became a client. Um,
Yeah.
so it's a long, long, long game. So
It
uh,
is.
in my case, because email marketing is such a strong growth engine, everything leads to the newsletter. When public speaking, I don't advertise personal training directly. I advertise my free newsletter. It's not in quotation marks.
Yeah.
I in door-to-door sales, I don't sell personal training. I sell a free subscription to my newsletter. So all roads lead to my newsletter. Um,
Yep.
so in your case, what do you do to grow your email newsletter?
I put it out on social. I get a lot of referrals. I made a move about about a year ago where I was running the newsletter on the newsletter just in an email platform. And I actually moved the newsletter to Substack.
Mm,
And so I generate a lot out of that community as well. There's
yeah,
values that, so what I'll say to anybody marketing is A, don't only depend on communities because you have to have a website. I'm
yep,
sorry because there was a big article on CTV News last week. They were saying businesses were getting pulled off social media for no reason. So you have to have something you have control of, but there is a value to being in communities. And for me, moving my newsletter to Substack has been a great increase in the number of readers, the number of commenters, the
yeah.
number. So that's worked well.
Amazing. And as far as online ads, what are you using? Meta, Google, something else?
Mostly Google. Some LinkedIn ads. LinkedIn ads are typically more expensive than
Yeah,
Google ads because you can target people by profession,
yeah,
which is the only online site that allows you to do it. For me, Meta is a waste of time, to be honest.
yeah,
It just it's doesn't really go after the web business. It's more a Meta's more better for people at home products, that kind of stuff. I don't find it's valuable for me at all.
yeah. I'm in the same boat as you. I've probably spent over $10,000 on both like direct Meta ads as well as hiring professionals to run my Meta
Wow.
ads. And complete waste of time in terms of conversions to personal
Yep.
training. Same boat as you.
Yep.
And then your podcast, how well does that convert to clients?
Very. I'll pick up a client or two a month that
Oh,
way.
amazing.
So that's a lot. And then it's not just the convert to clients, it grows the network, it meets like-minded people, it helps. I'm at the point where I have people coming to me every day to be on that show,
Yeah,
so I'm not even scrounging for guests anymore.
yeah. It's
I was saying to
self-sustaining.
someone there that yeah, it's grown itself organically, actually.
Beautiful. That makes it way easier to maintain.
Yes, it does.
And what are you working on right now that's exciting to you?
A large e-commerce site for a jewelry store, which is kind of fun. And then I'm working on a couple talks, which I always love speaking, so talks are easy. So
Okay, that's
stuff like that.
nice. Do you use your talks to get new business for thought leadership or something else?
Usually these are talks at conferences where they've come to me and asked me to speak. So
Yeah.
usually I'll take business out of them, but they're just good for thought leadership and being visible and things like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. In my case, from 2010 when I started my business to 2018, public speaking has
mhm.
been the biggest driver of growth. Of course, after that, there was a little bit of COVID that took public speaking out of the picture for a while.
Yeah,
Uh,
it sure did.
but yeah, I've noticed that there, and when I was doing a lot of presentations, I was doing about 45, 50 per year. And when I was speaking to my target market for like affluent professionals
Mhm.
in IT, accounting, finance, law, etc., that I was actually getting clients from that. When I was speaking at
Yeah,
conferences directly to my colleagues, while I had interesting conversations, the presentations that I gave to me were more thought-provoking because I could go in more depth into anatomy and physiology.
yeah,
It didn't get me business directly, other than an honorarium. Um,
yeah.
yeah, different presentations have different purposes. Um,
That's right. I agree.
and what obstacles have you encountered in your time as a digital marketer and entrepreneur?
Obstacles. Oh well. Originally getting clients, like
Yes.
that's always the hard one when you're starting out. The biggest thing is realizing there's a time to do stuff yourself and there's a time to outsource stuff. And one of the things entrepreneurs aren't good at is managing time.
Yeah.
And I am a time management junkie. One of the things I had early on is I said, okay, there's things I can do that I don't want to do,
Yeah.
or somebody else could do for me and save me time. And it was getting my head wrapped around, I need to send those out or get somebody to do them for me. I think doing everything yourself is actually a big mistake, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
100% agree. I mean, I talked to on this podcast, some people who are just starting their business, some people who are seasoned,
Yeah,
like those who are just starting their business, they don't have the money to spend on outsourcing, so they do everything themselves. I talked to one chiropractor who has his own clinic in Unionville, and he does everything. Yes, he does chiropractic, but he's also the receptionist. He's also the plumber. He does everything. Um, on the other hand, once you have enough money coming in, you can outsource the stuff that you don't want to do, you're not good at, it's not profitable, not as profitable as other stuff you could be doing,
yeah.
etc. And
And
I,
the other thing is doing everything yourself is going to head to burnout and mental health issues, and
yeah.
that's not a good way to set yourself up.
100%. Like part of what leads to burnout is not just volume of work, it's work you don't like to do. In
Yeah,
my case, I work 70 to 85 hours per week, but it's all work that I enjoy. Um, and it's like you, like I understand there's like four or five things that I really, really like doing in my business. One, actually trading clients. I like being in the gym and watching my clients get better. Two, I like public speaking. Three, I like writing, hence the newsletters and books. And four, I actually like face-to-face sales. Um,
yeah,
Everything that's not that, I either outsource it, or if I think maybe I like it, I'll give it a shot. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I
yeah,
outsource.
yeah.
Um, Totally. Now you're a busy guy, you got a lot going on. So in the very little free time that you have, what do you do?
No, I make lots of free time because I don't like to work my weekend. So
Yeah.
usually, and there's some of that, but no, I'm an avid sports fan. That's number one. So the Olympics occupied way too much free time than I want to account.
Oh,
I
they
have
only
a
come once
partner.
every 4 years. You got to spend the time once every 4 years to do it.
Yeah, and I have a partner in life, so I like to spend time with his and get out and about, and we do everything from concerts to sports events to time with friends to quiet nights in. It all so, and I like movies, so I mean, and I like to eat out, so there's all kinds of things that we can do, and we do a little bit of travel in the middle of it all. So
Awesome,
yeah,
awesome. Lots of stuff to occupy your free time. What are your favorite
yeah.
sports? Both summer and winter.
Hockey. And
Yeah.
I should disclaimer, I am not a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, so that's just the way it goes. And and pretty well everything. I'm a big F1 racing fan. There's
Yeah.
other stuff I like. So
Cool. And as far as travel is concerned, what's been your favorite vacation? Or not necessarily
um
any kind of what's been your favorite place to travel to?
if I want a quick trip to get away for a weekend, my favorite place, believe it or not, is Niagara Falls, Ontario. I love
Yeah,
Niagara, the region
beautiful.
and the wine country, so that's
Yeah.
easy. All over the place, anywhere in Europe to Nova Scotia in Canada is beautiful.
Yeah. My wife
Um,
went there maybe about 8 or 9 years ago for for whale watching in Nova Scotia, and she loved it absolutely.
yeah,
In
I
Europe,
have I have
we
friends there.
yeah, your friends from Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I do in the Halifax area. So yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And what's your favorite place in Europe?
Um, doesn't matter. I've been to Scotland, I've been to England, I've been to Wales, I've been to Yugoslavia. They're all very fun.
They all have
I
their
don't really
charm.
have a favorite.
For me, it's very, very easy because I've only been to one place in Europe, and that's Switzerland. Switzerland
Yeah,
was just majestic. But in
yeah.
October, I'm also going to Greece, so we'll see. And since this is, after all, a Best of Markham podcast, what's your favorite business in Markham besides your own?
I said I like food,
Yes.
so mine is an old standby on Main Street, the Duchess of Markham. I've been going to the Duchess since I've been old enough to drink, so I go there not regularly, but I go there quite a bit.
Okay, okay. Well, shout out to the Duchess.
Yeah,
And Rob, thank you so much for doing this. How can our viewers
sure.
and listeners get in touch with you?
Two places. My business website is studyingdigitalmarketing.com, and then you can go to direct.me/Rob Cairns, and it will give you links to everywhere I am on social, the podcast, and everything I do.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
You're welcome. Have a great day, Igor. Thank you.
Sure thing.